How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a delightful day. Today, we're taking a look at how I was able to get over 38,000 Capital Peak points in this last raid weekend and attacking a few of the same districts to try and get all of those points. So let's first take a look at a Builder's Workshop cleanup. Most of these bases will be worth over 6,000 points, some closer to 7,000. So on today's agenda, we will mostly be focusing on the ground version of the Graveyard Spam strategy. This is my favorite army composition to use. Use it all the time. Works out fantastic on pretty much any base except for, Dragon Cliffs and the Capital Peak itself. It's a little bit tough on Barbarian Camp, but on all the other districts, Golden Quarry, Skeleton Park, Workshop, Balloon Lagoon, Wizard Valley, this army composition absolutely destroys those bases almost always in 2 shots, which is kind of crazy. So very little planning needs to be done, but we'll get into a little bit of the strategy as we look at the next attack, a Golden Quarry cleanup. So the name of the game is to try to prep the base and try to get at least some of these splash targeting defenses down. And ideally, on the second attack, on the cleanup, you'll have 1 graveyard spell over each of these splash targeting defenses. If all the splash targeting defenses, the rock artilleries, giant cannons, the blast bows, if they're all covered, then you can send in some graveyard spells for the multi-mortars. It's also a good idea to go from one section of the base to the other. If you try to attack the whole base at the same time, it's not going to work out. So ideally you want to have one group sort of spread out, clearing one side of the base to the other, or have 2 packs that are pretty close together to try and dodge some of the splash targeting defenses. But I like to bring in 8 giants, 8 super wizards, 2 hog gliders, and 2 barbarians, and then 10 battle rams. Seems to be a very nice combination. We will see here on the next Balloon Lagoon cleanup how it can absolutely demolish a base. So really the only thing you have to worry about are the rocket artilleries. A lot of times the blast bows and the giant cannons, they'll sort of target like random stuff, but the rocket artilleries can very easily target your giants, and then as the giants move forward, they will hit and splash your super wizards on the back end. So on Balloon Lagoons, a lot of times I'll create sort of these 2 groups. One big group going down one side of the base, and then a smaller, almost like a kill squad, trying to go down the other side of the base. And then especially if there are like isolated rock artilleries, that's what I'll really preference on using my hogs for. Otherwise the hogs and the barbarians are great for just getting out in front of the super wizards, because as long as you can protect the super wizards, you will have no problem taking out these bases. If a lot of your super wizards die, then you are in a lot of trouble. So you'll have some giants and maybe some skeletons left over, but without the super wizards, it is very slow. So on this base, I was trying to send the balloons over to this rapid rockets. Wasn't sure if there's going to be any Teslas or not, but in theory those balloons could have taken out 4 defenses, which would have been nice, but alas, didn't deploy them properly and they went to a different side. But we do take out the rocket artillery with the graveyard skeletons and a zap spell. So now we're mostly focused on going from the left side of the base to the right hand side. Try to send in some sneaky troops to take out this bomb tower on the back end, because I don't have any more rams available. So if everything were to group up on these defenses behind this wall, could potentially be a problem. But we do have a few troops left over. Skeleton parks are always a little bit dicey because the minion huts deal so much damage to the giants that as they lock onto them, those giants will just get evaporated. do get very lucky and get a pretty nice split. So our super wizards are taking out the trash building, and then our few remaining giants go for this last defense. And then they can take out that splat or trash building on that side, so we don't end up in a time fail. Pretty tricky to time fail using the ground graveyard spam strategy, but it can be done depending on how many defenses are remaining. So now we're taking a look at some of the duplicate bases, attacking the basic layout of the Balloon Lagoon. Of course, we have the graveyard spells over the rocket artilleries, took out the back-end rocket artillery, so nothing too crazy on this attack. Sending in a big group of troops on this bottom section of the base. They're going to peel off to the right-hand side, go down that corridor of defenses, and then I'm going to have a few troops remaining to go in on this left-hand side, mostly to help kind of distract those rocket artilleries and those cannons from attacking the ground skeletons. And we do have all of our hogs also there to help out, which is perfect. But really, there's only the one bomb tower left, and this base is absolutely destroyed. Never use the basic layout, guys. If you can, if you are a co-leader or a leader of your clan, even just putting things all together helps out a lot. Ideally, you're able to look up some videos, try to get some good base layouts, because the base layouts are no good, so basic layouts are no good. So here we are, not quite getting the cleanup attack. I was trying to go for the glory, the ultimate, the high score, trying to get all that 7,000 juicy points available, but alas, we do come up short. Skeleton Barks, they're just tricky, especially this clan. I think these guys were one of the higher ranked clans, so not that the base is too tricky, but the defenses of the base are starting to get up there. So without a really specialized plan, the spam strategies do tend to fall short. So tried to go in with the air version of the graveyard spam to no success. But we still got, 5,300 points, so we're only missing about 2,000 points to get up to 40k, so not the end of the world, but hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully it showcases some bases that you can hit and slam. Try to at least 2-shot bases. Ideally, worst case scenario, 3-shot. And then you'll be able to clear through multiple raids, rank up, and hopefully get more points for your clan, and upgrade even faster. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Definitely helps me out. There's a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. And we're getting pretty close to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'll be doing a Q&A video trying to answer all the questions if possible. So make sure to head over to the Discord. If you are a true fan, you probably have stuck around this late, so ask a random question. I'll probably answer it. Until next time, take care.